Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Please watch the whole video. Today, I've got a great guest on, and he is actually in real life a personal friend. And I've worked with him many times on jokes and on shows. And I want you to get to know him and love him and respect his hustle and follow him and support his career. How's that sound? You can feel free to share this with anybody who's coming up in the business and wants to see an example of a hustler, because that's what StevenJSpringer is. And by the way, let's welcome him right now. StevenJSpringer.
Hello,
Hi,
Linda.
Steven.
How are you, Linda?
Hi.
Thanks
It's
for having me.
what?
I said thanks for having me. How are you?
Absolutely. You're so welcome. Thank you for taking the time to come on. I know we tried doing it the other day and had some technical stuff, but you're back. He's such a trooper, you guys. So I want to let you know that I really do know StevenJSpringer in real life. Many times performed around him and performed for him. Let me read you his intro. He's from Chicago. That's a fun city. He produces not one, but two huge shows. That's right, you heard me. He produces the Early Bird Special at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and he produces Straight with Plenty of Pride at Second City. This guy is no slouch. He's such a hard worker, constantly writing, editing, taking classes, helping other people, and I respect his hustle so much. I wanted you guys to get to know him because he'll travel around the country. All you have to do is book him. I know he's planning a trip to Pennsylvania soon. He's been to New York many times. He's been down in the South. He's been out west. There isn't anywhere he won't go. So let's get to know him. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, Linda. How
Hi,
are you?
doing great. Thank you. Let's tell some people a little bit about you growing up and jobs you've done and into comedy. Tell us your life.
Okay, I grew up in Chicago my whole life. I've been here forever. I got into comedy when I was a correctional officer at Cook County Jail. I when I told people, friends and family, about what I did, they didn't believe me. They all laughed. So I figured I'd take it to the stage. And since I retired from there, been a doorman in a high rise on Lakeshore Drive.
Wonderful. So you
And
went from working in a lockup scenario to where you can lock people out.
uh, but yeah, that then when I was in college, I was a bouncer. I've done all basically it's all been security related.
Very good. Very good indeed. So, um, so you've had some jobs security related, and tell us a little bit about your personal life. Like, um, you have two lovely daughters and a wife. Let people get to picture your wife and picture who they are.
Been married 7 years. I have two daughters from my first marriage, Faith and Hope, and have two cats. And oh, my wife is awesome. She goes to all my shows and supports me. In fact, she knows my material better than I do. She reminds me of lines that I forgot.
I know, and she videotapes and she drives and she's supportive of other comedians and she's a good sounding board for a lot of people. She's a great lady.
Yep, I'm lucky.
Yes, we're lucky to have her in the comedy community. And okay, well, tell us about your upcoming. Now you've had the Laugh Factory show, the early bird special for quite a long time. Talk a little bit about that to fill people in, and then we'll go into the one at Second City in a minute.
Okay, the Laugh Factory, I've been there 4.5 years. It's called the Early Bird Special, and it's the third Sunday of every month. And it features comedians 55 and over. And Second City, I have a show in Judy's Beat Lounge in the Second City building. It's called Straight with Plenty of Pride. It's going to be every Saturday in June, 10 o'clock. And it features all the three LGBTQ comedians every week, different ones.
So great. What a great name. You came up with a great name for that show.
Actually, I dreamt it.
No way.
Yep, I was sleeping and I thought, I dreamt it. And then I woke up and I realized it was a good idea.
That's so great. And I happen to know that your daughter's going to perform.
Yep, it's her comedy debut.
That's
I'm so
fabulous.
proud of her.
Yeah. I want to see a video of her performing. I'm so happy.
Show you.
That's it's so great. Let's go back to the Laugh Factory show, the Early Bird Special. That is such a great show as well. You've got two fabulous shows that you're working through. The the first one that you've done for 4.5 years called the Early Bird Special at the Laugh Factory. I'm enamored by that show because as you know, at a certain point in our lives, we're not always that wanted in comedy
Right.
everywhere. So you give people of a certain age a shot to be on a major stage doing some a good amount of time in front of a packed audience usually. So I
Yep.
what?
I said it's usually pretty packed on a Sunday at 7. Yeah.
It is. I've been on it a few times with you, and the audience is so positive, and they're there to laugh, and age doesn't matter. It's the most fabulous thing ever. I'm so, congratulations on 4.5 years of doing that, putting up with, comedians that want to get on, and you have to figure out who you're going to put on, and are they really old enough? I mean, you're just knocking it out of the park to keep that going.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, then let's switch gears and talk about the upcoming brand new show. It's going to be every week in June.
Yes, and if it does well, they'll probably let me start again in August.
That's so great. It's
And
what I like about that
10
is,
o'clock p.m.
yes, what I like about that show is that you personally are not gay, and yet you're providing
Right.
stage time for comedians who are part of the LGBTQIA plus community.
Right.
So I applaud you for that. That is huge.
Thank you.
And I know you have a lot of
You
sensitivity.
know, my daughter's part of the community, and I wanted to show, she's so excited because I'm showing support for her in the community, and I have a lot of friends in it, so I, have a connection.
Yes. I think it's so commendable of you to be so selfless and to bring light and stage time to people in the community that and also to train your daughter and give her a shot. That's going to be her first time on stage.
Yeah, she's real nervous, but she's got good material though. She'll do good.
Fabulous. And I know that you workshop. Let's get into Steven Springer and your ethic, your work ethic. I know you
Yeah.
write, edit, rewrite, ask people what their opinion is, send videos out to get feedback. I mean, you take acting classes, you apply for different acting roles, you've done improv, you've been in movies, and I mean, you're just such a go-getter, and I know you're inspiring to so many people.
Thank you.
You are to me. So, so much to applaud you for.
Thank you.
And so I think that any agent, booker, producer of a show that watches this should strongly consider having you come out to wherever they're at and get booked on one of their shows. They should book you and let you come out and be on one of their shows because you're such a hard worker. You're good to other comedians. You have hilarious material. It relates to a lot of people, and there's nobody that I would recommend harder than you.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you would like to say to anybody like agents? I know a few agents that watch these videos and bookers. Is there anything you'd like to say about your comedy style or what you do differently than other comedians?
Yeah, I'm very self-deprecating. Rodney's my idol, and will you guys please book me? Reach out to me if you're interested in booking me in a movie or a comedy show. StevenJSpringer on Facebook and Instagram. StevenJay Springer.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'd love to hear from you.
There you go, folks. Well, tell people where you're going to be at next. I know you have your upcoming shows at the Laugh Factory and at Second City, but tell us anywhere that you want who's going to be on the show with you. Anything you want to share right now.
Okay, it's Judy's Beat Lounge. I got Talia Clay, Emily Ogle, and Sam Rocha first week. And next month at the Laugh Factory, I got let's see. You know what? I don't. I gotta look at the flyer. It's different people every month, and I don't have the flyer handy.
Oh, it
But hold
must.
on, hold on. I got it right here. I grabbed it. I got Angela Vergas, Avo Ganato, Bob Moran, Dan Brennan, Jack Brown, and Corey Mosley.
Wow.
Good lineup.
Absolutely. So the first three people you mentioned, that's going to be your first show at Second City in June.
Right.
And the first day at Second City is what day of the month?
Second City, Judy's Beat Lounge is June 6th, Saturday at 10 o'clock
Perfect. And every week. So,
in June. Yeah,
yes,
Pride Month.
that's fabulous. What a way to celebrate. So fabulous. Eh, So, what do you have to say to comedians that hit you up to be on every booker, you're a booker, you're a producer. Every booker producer, they all have their own pet peeves or things that would help them. If you could tell one comedian one or two things that would make your life so much easier to decide whether or not to have them on a show, whether it's at Second City or at the Laugh Factory, what would you tell people?
Just send me a submission and don't be too aggressive or pushy. And big no is don't go to the general manager over my of the Laugh Factory over my head or behind my back. That's a definite no.
Absolutely. You're an independent producer. Don't be passive aggressive. Deal with Steven himself.
Right.
That's fabulous tip. Very good. Was there anything else you want to add or say right at this point to anybody that might be listening?
Yeah, just said come out and see me and I'll do it. I'll put on a good show.
He does. He puts on a great show. He hosts, he's always learning and trying to, he's so humble and he's always willing to give, his ideas to other people. So get out and meet him. If you're not in Chicago, take a trip to Chicago and support the Laugh Factory show, the Early Bird Special, or out to Second City and support his show, even if you're not in the community of the LGBTQIA plus, come out and support it and get to meet StevenJSpringer. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Steven, for coming on.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.